Hey guys, my name is David Cox and I work over at the Sheehy VW store in Springfield. I want to talk to you for a few minutes about Accutrade and the bluedriver device that we use with Accutrade. I don't have to tell anybody listening to this video how important trade-ins are to our whole sales process and to the bottom line. A few months ago, we started using the Accutrade app. It's been just a dynamite tool for us. I'm going to show you how we do it exactly. I'm speaking in this video to GMs, and I'm not going to bring the customer with me, but I'm just going to talk through what we do. I want to say three things first about the Accutrade tool and the bluedriver. By doing what we do and bringing the customer with us in this process, as opposed to leaving them in the showroom, if I bring them with me and they watch this happen, three things happen. Number one, we look more professional at what we're doing. It just makes us look like these people are intelligent, these people know what they're doing, because at the end of the day, we have a very intelligent process to help us determine trade appraisals. Number two, it helps us to help the customer to be more accountable and honest. When I walk around this car, it helps me to, with the customer, it helps them to be a little more honest about what happened with this scratch, how many miles are on these tires. When they're in the office, in the showroom, they're not looking at this, they're not paying attention to what we're doing, but when they see us touch the scratches, look at the dents, look at the cracked windshield, all of a sudden they begin to remember more about what's wrong with the car. And then finally, at the end of the process, we have a piece of documentation, which we'll show you in a few minutes, that helps us to actually legitimize our trade appraisal number. So the way we start, we bring the customer with us. We come out to the car, and I take my phone, I get it on the Accutrade app. I will take a picture. I'll actually scan the VIN. I'll get in the car. I will scan the, or I'll take a picture of the miles. I'll actually enter the miles on the app. You can see here that I just did this a moment ago in preparation. So this is an ES350 2014. It's red. It's got a tan interior. The owner says it's got 2 keys. It has 131,724 miles. The things that we key in on here at our dealership, by the way, if it's under warranty, these other boxes you can check to get a better idea. The three things that we key in on here are glass and tire and wheel. Now, I actually have a tire gauge here that I can use. Here's my bluedriver. I almost forgot to do that, the most important part. I'm going to take this bluedriver here very early on in the process, and there's a little box that's got an engine at the top right here. I'm going to take my bluedriver and plug it in. Alrighty. Once I've plugged my bluedriver in, there will be a little blue line that begins to create itself on this box. It tells me the bluedriver is doing its job. While it's doing its job, I'm going to walk around the car with the customer, and I'm going to begin to take pictures. I'm going to take a picture of the miles. I'm going to take a picture of the front seat. I'm going to take a picture of the door to show what's on the door, electric features and so forth. I'm going to take a picture from the side of this car. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to get a picture of the wheel. In just a moment, I'll measure the tire tread and see how deep or how shallow that is. I'm going to come around the front. I'm going to take a picture of the front of the car. This corner here, I'm going to get this side. Now, when I get over here, I'm going to ask the customer what happened here. I literally had a customer tell me about 2 weeks ago that he had not noticed something like this on his car. If the customer is sitting in the office, there's no way for that customer to really acknowledge what's going on here. I'm going to take a picture of that. I'm going to take a picture here of the sunroof, and I'm going to literally walk all the way around the car, and I'm going to use my tire tread depth finder to get a better idea of the tire tread. Once the bluedriver does its job, you'll see it says bluedriver scan received. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go here to tire and wheel. I'm going to click on that, which I just did, and I'm going to check. It's going to be 0 to 3, 4 to 7, and 8 plus in terms of the 30 seconds of the depth of the tread. Once I've filled out all the boxes, again, we focus on glass, tire and wheel, and body. If there's a scratch on the front fender, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to check, for example, dent, and I'm going to put repair, and it's going to give a deduction there. And once I've done all of that, I'm going to come back. I'm going to pull my bluedriver out. And now I'm ready to make a report on this car, if I can find it. Alrighty, once I have finished this process, I'm going to go down here to Actions. I'm going to hit Select Action, and I'm going to hit Generate Universal Condition Report. I'm going to touch Email, and I'm going to type my email address, David Cox at Sheehy.com. Uh-oh, I just misspelled Sheehy. Sheehy.com. I'm going to hit Done. I'm going to hit Send. And up at the top, it says an email has been sent to my email address. Now, when I get back to my office in a few minutes, I can generate that report. I can print it out. Before I show it to my customer, however, I'm going to give it to my manager because, as you all probably already know, the numbers on that sheet can be changed up or down based on something else that you may or may have discovered with the car. The key in this whole process is, number one, don't believe salespeople when they tell you this is difficult. If you can plug it in and punch a couple of buttons on the app, that's all it takes. It only takes about 2 minutes at the most for this thing to do its job. The other thing is to remember to bring the customer with you because, again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but some of our guys don't want to take the customer with them. When they come out, it holds them accountable. And at the end of this process, I've got a tool that we're going to look at in just a moment to prove the number that we are presenting for their trade. So Accutrade, bluedriver, I hope this helps out. Thanks for watching. So at this point, we bring the customer here to the office like we always do for the close. Now, I talked about the document. I have a number here, $12,400. There's a sheet that tells me everything. It has pictures. It's got a diagnosis of everything on the inside that the bluedriver did for me. It also has information on tires, wheels, warning lights, interior damage, mechanical, catalytic converter, and so on and so forth. All right, so now the customer says, well, you know, so I present the pencil and I show them $12,400, and the customer has already said, well, you know, I thought that this car was worth at least $15,000 minimum, according to KBB. And then now we have the document. I turn it around, I show them the number, and I show them where we got it. I show them money off for the tires, money off for the chipped windshield, the tear in the seat, the $2,000 damage on the doors, and I'll say something like, truly your car would be worth $15,000 if it was in near perfect condition. And of course it's not, and we couldn't sell this car. We would never sell this car to you, Mr. Customer, Miss Customer, in this condition. So we're going to have to spend about $3,000 or more just to bring it back up to speed. Therefore, I'm able to offer you $12,400, not $15,000. Now, instead of me just having something coming out of my head, I have a piece of paper that shows, it's a very official looking piece of paper that shows the number where we got our trade. Lastly, the customer has been with me. She or he has been with me the whole time. And so this is making really good sense to them. I've been using this now for about 3 months. This is one of the greatest tools I've ever used in the business. I hope you'll use it too. Thanks again for watching.